Peace. Good morning, family. How you doing? It's Mr. R2 here at Consistency is Currency. And today is Thursday? Yeah, today is Thursday. Um, always, we're going to start in a spirit of gratitude. We're going to start in the spirit of humbleness and say thank you for being here on another day that you have the ability to see life on this side of the dirt. But now, also, always shout out to everybody that's here watching in the Facebook land, those that's watching on in the YouTube world, and those that are listening on the podcast platform. Whether you're listening on Google, whether you're listening on Spotify, or you're listening on Anchor, or wherever you're listening at or listening from. Thank you and I appreciate you for supporting this platform. Consistency is currency. What we do here always is talk about how can we develop you to have a new way of thinking or a new way of learning or developing a new mental environment for you to be in for yourself. There is nothing wrong with thinking about you. And we are always going to ensure that you are the most important in the room when we are communicating to you and about you. So, again, like always, make sure you share this live because there may be someone who may need to hear this and what we're going to have to say. Um, they took my music away, y'all. This platform updated. I don't know what they did, but they took the music away, the overlay. I don't know. Some of y'all might be saying, "Oh, good, I didn't like it anyway," but I liked it. That's just me. That's my personal. Again, there's nothing wrong with thinking about me. There's nothing wrong with personal reasoning. I liked it, but hey, they took it away. Whatever. So, yeah, we're going to get into it. Good morning, Miss Selena. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, for you all for your continued support, your continued dedication, your continued time in being here, and those that are watching again. Like always, share this live, and always I will start with gratitude, and I will stay with gratitude, and I will end with gratitude. Share this live on your Facebook, whether it's in your Facebook group or just on your timeline itself. All right. So we're not going to be on long today, but I definitely want you to make sure. Now, this one is pretty deep. I really like um, this right here, the methodology of success. Um, I really don't like this chat overlay, but anyway, the methodology of success. What is success to you, and how can you develop success that will continue your process? A lot of times, people want to talk about their process, but they don't want to learn how their process can actually help them with everything that they do. Everything that you do have the ability to be continued when you understand the methodology behind it, the methodology of success. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Again, like always, if there's something that resonates with you, just go ahead and drop it and put it inside of the chat, because there may be someone that may be watching right now with you, or maybe going to watch it on the replay, where they will learn something from what you're saying, from how you see it. You are important just as well as the words that are important. Again, I always want to make sure that you are important. Always. All right. So the next thing, let's go ahead and talk about it. We always talk about the definition of the words, and then we go into the subject matter. So as you see, the definition of methodology, I'm going to give you the R2 definition too. The definition of methodology is a body of methods, rules, and postulates employed by a discipline, a body or method or rules. As you see, the highlight is methods, rules, and discipline. Methods, rules, and discipline. And we're going to break up methodology into the conjunctions of method and ology. Method is an orderliness of thought or behavior, systematic planning or action. So your orderliness of thought, as you see the highlighter, your orderliness of thought, your systematic planning, and or your actions, those are the methods, the things that you can do to develop that successful trait, or develop you in being and growing to be a successful individual, or a successful business owner, a successful parent, a successful husband, a successful wife, just being success all the way around. But methodology is the science or branch of knowledge Just like when you see ology, that is a science of something. But going into the R2 definition, so we combined it. I went the wrong way. So the R2 definition of methodology is the science behind your thoughts, actions, and behaviors. The science behind your thoughts, actions, and behaviors, because you will never get to a successful state if you don't understand the science behind your thoughts, actions, and behaviors, because there is a way that you think and why you think that way. There is a way and a reason behind your thoughts and why you're thinking that way. There is a way of the actions that you take that is going to allow you to get to the level or the walk through the doors of what success is going to look like for you, and also based on the habits and your behaviors. So the R2 definition of methodology is the science behind your thoughts, actions, and behaviors, because you're going to have to understand that why are you thinking a certain way. And the very first thing that I want you to begin the methodology of success, in order for you to be successful, you have to set clear goals. Now, this is going to be in two part. So today is part one and tomorrow is part two. So make sure you listen in on how do you develop methodologies of success. The very first thing, set clear goals. Clear goals, I want to define those clear goals as clearly defined action steps. People talk about, well, what are clear goals? Well, what am I supposed to do? You create clear action steps. And when you create those clear action steps, after you do that, you're going to have to get to work. You're going to have to get to work. Those action steps or those actionable objectives, which is going to allow you to be successful. So as you see it, again, set clear goals, write down clear goals, put clear goals inside the chat, because I want you to begin to formulate it inside of your head. Because remember, the methodology of success is the science behind your thoughts, actions, or behaviors. You're not going to change anything if you're still doing the same thing as you did when problems were still arising and you didn't change the way that you did things. There were no new actions, so there will not be any new results. Clearly defined action steps. Those are goal settings. Clearly defined action steps. And number two, strong work ethics. If you want to be successful, you have to create strong work ethics. People say it's lonely at the top. Hell, I don't want to be crowded at the bottom with the people who quit. Are you comfortable with being crowded at the bottom with everybody who quit? Crowded at the bottom with the people that want to dwell and live in the world of mediocrity? Everyone has the ability to quit, but the people that will reach the level of success are the people who has strong work ethics. Be willing to work for the results. If you're not willing to work for the results, don't blame it on somebody else on why something didn't happen. You didn't put in the work to get it to happen. You didn't put in the strong work ethics that's going to allow you to say, you know what? Not today. I will be successful. I will succeed. I will get to this point. But we don't have enough people that have strong work ethics that's going to get the job done. How many times have you been doing something and you say, you know what? If I can duplicate me, we'll get a lot of work done. Or if I can clone two or three of you, we can get more work done. That's because there's not a lot of people that have strong work ethics. There's people who work. There's people who are strong at what they do, but the people who have strong work ethics are willing to work to see the results. So if you want to be successful, you have to be willing to do number two, which is to have a strong work ethics and be willing to work for the results. And number three, again, if there's something that resonates with you, just go ahead and put it inside the chat, because there's going to be someone that's going to be watching what you're doing. And number three, discipline. Now, discipline, discipline is not hard. Discipline is something that you have to want to do and have the will to continue to do, because discipline Allow your discipline to be the reason for. Now, I love how this came out. Allow discipline to be the reason for your no's and the why to your yes. If you can feel that, if that resonates with you, go ahead and put why that resonates with you, because a lot of time you're not disciplined enough to tell somebody no. You're not disciplined enough to tell yourself no. You're not disciplined enough to push yourself away from the table. Allow discipline to be the reason for your no's. No, I can't go out with you this weekend because I have to study. No, I can't go to this place because I don't put myself in that position anymore. There is something new about me. There is a new direction that I'm going. So I'm sorry, but I'm really going to have to tell you no. But also allow discipline to be the why to your yes. Yes, I'm going to make this happen. Yes, I'm going to go to the gym. Yes, I'm going to finish this book. Yes, I'm going to finish what I started, because my discipline is the reason for my yes. But also allow your discipline to be the reason for your no. And then the next thing that you have to do, if you want to get things done, if you want to be successful, you're going to have to be willing to sacrifice. You're going to have to be willing to sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice? What have you sacrificed to get to where you are? Again, these are the methodology of success, the science behind your behaviors and the science behind your actions to get to the point to where success knows your name, to get to the point to where success is embodied by everything that you do. But you're going to have to understand that short-term sacrifice will take you and get you to long-term results. Are you willing to establish those short-term success sacrifices for the long-term results? If not, you might as well put you might as well quit. I can't put it no other way. You might as well quit if you're not willing to sacrifice, because there's going to be nights where you're going to be working. There's going to be days where you're going to be working to where you forgot that you didn't eat. Not that sacrifice of not eating is going to make you successful, but you're so focused in what you're doing. You're so focused in getting to that point. You're so focused in getting to that result. So number 4 is be willing to sacrifice those short-term sacrifice for the long-term results. And number 5, that's why we have the platform consistency is currency. You're going to have to be consistent. There's no other way around it. It's like business owners. You want to be in business, but you're not consistent with being in business. That's crazy, right? That makes zero sense. You got people that say, "Oh, I want to save money. I want to build wealth." But you're not consistent with how you save. You're not consistent with your wealth building activities. You're not consistent about the circles that you're in. You're not consistent about being in business. Your doors aren't open at the same time all the time, but you have it on the door. You have to be consistent with your work efforts and output, because when you're consistent with your work efforts, because remember, you're going to have to establish strong work ethics. And after you establish it, because remember, it has to be established, because after you establish those strong work ethics, you're going to have to be consistent with the work efforts and the output, because people are going to be surrounded by the things that you do continually. Why? Because they're seeing that at work. I mean, that's just people being people. If they're seeing your body of work, if they're seeing the energy in the room when you come into the room, then they're going to be like, you know what? I see that. I see your work ethics. I see the work that you do. How can I help? You're consistent. I see the change that you're bringing. I see the change about you, the newness about you. Because when you are developing something new in yourself, I promise you the results will always be different. The outcome will always be different. And when you develop that methodology, that science to what you do, the science to how you move, and the science to your behavior, then I guarantee you success is around the corner. And the last thing I want to tell you and leave you guys with, tomorrow is not promised, but your methodology prepares you for it. Tomorrow is not promised, but your methodology will prepare you for it. What are you doing today that you need to prepare yourself for it tomorrow? What methods have you created that you can duplicate your success rate over and over and over again? If you haven't developed that method, that methodology of your success, because it's systems. Methodology is really systems. So stop blaming everybody else for your broken systems, because the results has always been the same, but you want to talk about why people aren't supporting you, but you haven't supported yourself. So develop your systems of support. Develop your systems and your science behind your own work ethics and efforts. Stop worrying about what other people are not doing for you when you're not doing anything for yourself. Now, that might be a hard pill for y'all to swallow, but I'm going to give you the water for you to swallow that pill. Develop those systems. And when you develop those systems, there will be a lot more things that will get done for you, with you, and in your life, because you're developed a methodology to your success. Then once you develop that methodology, just duplicate that process, wash, rinse, and repeat, and keep doing it. Hey, I appreciate y'all. It's Mr. R2 here at Consistency is Currency. Um, yeah, tomorrow is part 2. Y'all make sure y'all be here tomorrow. I'm gonna break it down just a little bit more, give you another 5 methodologies of success, because success is nothing that you're born with. Success is something that you work on, because you can be successful. But what are you doing? What's the science behind your success? Peace.